Working from home sounds nice to some people, but now millions of schools and businesses are scrambling to make it happen mid-coronavirus. Reporter Braden Smith takes us inside of how his family is overcoming these obstacles.
It may look like summer vacation, but Aquinas and St. Mary's Catholic Schools is still educating their students. Not in the classroom, but from home.
The online learning for myself and my classes has gone really well. My students overall are doing a great job of checking the Power School Learning classes I have set up. I have a class set up on Power School Learning for every single class. I put out our weekly schedule. I try to have it at least a week in advance, if not 2 weeks in advance. I send it out to the kids weekly. And I just try to be in contact as much as I can whenever they're behind on something, and they've responded really well. The grades overall have been pretty much what I thought they'd be. Maybe for some kids it's up a little bit, for some kids it's down a little bit because they prefer the in-person touch. But overall it's been pretty good.
Mr. Smith faces challenges during this time, but finds ways to cope with them.
The biggest challenge is, just learning how to turn off the clock. Sometimes as a teacher, I get here at 7 o'clock in the morning when we're in school a regular day. I try to keep the same schedule. I try to get here by 7:15. I head into the chapel to help set up for Mass and to live stream Masses now. And then I come here, I get my computer hooked up and I get online and I go straight to my Power School and my grade book, and I open up Remind so I can communicate with the kids. Overall, I do what I can, but the biggest challenge I'd say is just learning how to turn off the clock. It seems like I'm 24/7 teacher now, rather than being here at 7 and being done at 3:45, go to sports and be done with sports about 6 and then heading home. It's not that way anymore. Now it's just kind of dealing with the kids as their problems come in. If a kid is working on a problem at 8 o'clock at night and they have a problem, they contact me, I try to respond right away. So that's the biggest problem. So the biggest challenge I've had is kind of knowing when to turn off the clock.
Schools were told to stay away as a precaution to COVID-19. The teachers, including elementary school teacher Mrs. Julie Smith, use Zoom calls and other techniques to connect with students and to have meetings with faculty members. Schools are not alone in all of this. Companies across the country have sent workers to work from home. Union Bank and Trust is just one of the companies taking action.
I just do basically the same thing that I do every day. Instead of working at the office, I work from home, and then I just do the same thing that I normally would the rest of the day. I really like having people around, my coworkers around, so that way if I have any questions or issues, I can just ask them. And it's really helpful. And now I'm just kind of like on my own, so that's not super fun. And then also my computer's a lot bigger at the office.
For Trent, there is one positive thing about working from home.
The super short commute. Yeah.
He simply gets ready for his day, begins setting up his monitors and headset, and then it's time to hit the phones.
College Counts 529 Fund, you're on a recorded line with Trent. How can I help you today?
The Smith family is trying to make a positive impact despite all that has happened.
I try to get out positive messages to them, have a great day, make sure they know I love and appreciate them. And I guess that would be my message to them.
This has been Braden Smith reporting for Monarch TV.